Hello, welcome back to the Scale Modelling Cafe and welcome to another clear prop sprue tour. And it's that was awkward to get. It's this one. I'll try not to get too much glare. Another Ki-51 Sonia, this time in 1/72 scale, so the bigger brother to the other one. Dora Wings do it in 1/48 scale, and that's supposed to be a stunning kit. I like 72nd scale, and I'm a big fan of clear prop, having built the I-16 in 72nd to do another 72nd scale kit. This is a slightly earlier release, but not too early, and it's packed full of detail, as hopefully you'll see in a moment. So let's nip over to the bench and see what we get in the box.
Okay, here we are at the bench, the Ki-51 Sonia in 1/72 scale from Clearprop. Beautiful box art. So this aeroplane here with a bomb underneath. I don't know whether this was a kamikaze. I think it might be. Looking at his mate over here diving in on this battleship. But yeah, that is fabulous box art. Sorry about the shine from the lights, but it's really glossy. As is normal with Clearprop, the box top is just the lid. And we're left with this big stout plain box here, which I'll just open up and move to one side. Start off with the instructions. Again, another picture of that beautiful box art here. And as is typical, just ammo of MIG paints. I don't know whether they've got a tie-in with them, an exclusive arrangement. I don't know. It would be nice to see some other manufacturers there, but there we go. I'm sure it's not insurmountable. And straight away, we're starting with the construction, and we're straight into the cockpit. Really nicely detailed going on here. Lots of photo etch and decals going on. Radio bays, radio gear and all that kind of stuff. In fact, hang on, that's number 7. I've missed a page out. There we go. Right, we'll start that again, shall we? So apologies for that. Maybe I'll edit that out. So starting here, there's 2 fuselage halves that aren't required. So something, a bit of a bonus there. So a paint mule, perhaps, but the 144 kit was the same. So I'm just wondering if these were completely different versions. No doubt you could buy those. And on the parts tree, you've got the photo etch parts laid out, the weapon loadout, same as the 144 kit, and the decals in full colour. So that's really nice. Cockpit starts with the seating, this sort of box with a strap thing. And then you've got the choice here of instrument panels, the photo etch or just the decal going on over the top. Seats, rudder pedals, levers, stick, all that kind of malarkey. Not really sure what this gubbins is down here. Guess we'll find out in a moment. Moving on to the sort of observer station and gunner station down the back, some radio kit and cockpit sidewalls with all the other detail. I guess these are ammo drums for the rear gun going on down here. And then it's all coming together. So that structure that I didn't really know what it was all about. So it looks like that the floors for the pilot and the rear crew member, the observer, go onto that, and then the whole thing builds into its own little sub-assembly. So that's quite unique. Nicely detailed engine with separate rows of cylinders and push rods and the crankcase. So that's going to make it easier to build. And then it all gets enclosed around the cowling, and here's your exhaust bits going on at the back. More cowling stuff, multi-part gun, so that's really quite cool. And then onto the undercarriage, so fixed undercarriage. Choice here, you can either have it with the spats or spatless, which is quite cool. Again, choice of propellers as well, so you get lots of choice in this. And here's some bombs. So some bigger bombs and some little bombs. So right at the beginning, actually, I did notice that bomb call out here. So I guess you need to choose your loadout first. Two-part tailplane, single elevators, so you can pose them drooped if you want. And then here's the upper decking with this, I'm assuming this is the gun mount ring and some radio gear going on. And then, yeah, all that beautiful detail kind of gets hidden away underneath this top part, which is a real shame. I guess this is some kind of oil tank going on here. And again, you're not going to see that, but you could, I guess, it's a good basis if you wanted to open that up and do some scratch building. And then lots of drilling here for ordnance. So make sure you get that right, because that'd be a pain having to fill some of those holes in, no doubt. I'm assuming Sprue F is the clear part. So here's the observation window underneath. So single span lower wing and individual upper wing parts. And I don't know what these little things are. They're either machine gun things or they're lights. I guess we'll find out shortly. Yeah, I'm wondering if they're lights, because that to me looks like a clear gun, or sorry, a clear cover, because it's the same as the wingtip lights, F, no doubt. And then we're just bringing the airframe together, ordnance going on, and then finishing off with the canopy. Option for open or closed, which is nice. And then bringing the final construction together. And then just two types of schemes here. So we have the, that can't be right. That isn't right. I'm missing a sheet. Here we go. So this is a separate sheet here. Oh, I'm glad I checked that. Right, so we've got this overall, I can't speak, all over grey with these big white panels and this sort of squiggly, spotty camo. So that's going to be tricky to do. Again, you may want to brush paint that. And then all over green. And then, again, the spotty one over the top. This is different. Looking at that, it is different. So maybe this one here had spotty upper wings. That's quite interesting, isn't it? There we are. And note on this one how the green wraps all the way around underneath. And here, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to have to do a little bit more digging on that. Yeah, interesting. I'm wondering if that's supposed to be all over green, if it's that one. Don't know. Anyway, that's the instructions, really comprehensive. Let's have a look at the plastic. In fact, before we get the grey out, let's move it over there so it's not a distraction. So, various bits and pieces in here. First of all, the decal sheet, printed by Decograph in Ukraine. Quite a matte texture, I will say, but they look really nice. Very sharply printed. Obviously, these plain red Hinamarus, you may want to paint those, which I'm probably going to do if I'm brutally honest. And you could even paint these ones as well, do a white background, but register might be a problem. Just be very, very careful. And here's all the tail markings and things. So yeah, really nice decal sheet. You also get included this photo etch set here. So the main things that stand out is this part here, which I think is for the observer's seat, harnesses, around here, instrument panel, obviously bomb fins going on here, and the little bomb fins here, radio faces. So really quite extensive photo etch set. Clear parts, now these are stunning. If I can turn it around there, I don't know if you can see how thin the moulding is, but it really is thin. And these observation, oh, careful Jamie, don't snap that off. The observation windows has rivet detail on there. You can see. There's the main windscreen there with a hole in it. I'm assuming that's got some telescopic sight going on. And I guess that's the observer's hingeable thing, because it looks very much like this one here. This is obviously the closed one. So that's going to make it easy to mask if you're going to go down the open canopy route for sure. There we go. And you can just see how smooth that is. Right, that's nice. Big fan of that. Right, let's put all this stuff away then. And we will get the main event out, the main grey plastic. CP72012 is your code. And you can see how many sprues there are in here. Loads. Right, straight away, look, 2 sets of fuselage halves. So I think these ones were the spare ones actually. So we'll just have a look at some of the detail on here before we look at the main one. There's the undercarriage legs going in there. Sway braces by the look of things. Top of the wheel spats. Really nice. Right, here's the main fuselage. And immediately the thing that strikes me is how fine this rivet detail is. Bearing in mind this is 1/72nd scale. If I can just, hopefully you can see that where the light's catching it, because it is so fine. Bring you in even closer. And look at that on the tail fin. That's beautiful. Definitely I'm going to paint the markings on this. That is for sure. So here's the upper decking bit. Some of the cowling pieces. Looks like there's that oil tank. And obviously no detail on the inside because the sidewalls are separate, if you remember from the instructions. So absolutely no detail on the inside. But that riveting is absolutely stunning. Let's turn to the other main pieces, the wings. And that is even more stunning than the fuselage. There, look at that. The way the light's just catching those rivets. It's so fine. It's almost a crime to use those decals, even though I know the decals are going to be quite nice. Definitely going to have to paint, I think, to do that justice. There's the cutout in the bottom for the clear part. And look at that. This is why I'm a fan of clear prop, because they can produce detail like that. It's absolutely gorgeous. Even these slots on the just behind the leading edge of the wing are open. You can see that. Really clever moulding. That's just blowing me away. That's beautiful. Right, other parts. Here's the main of the cockpit detail and the flying surfaces, so the cockpit sidewalls. See how deep and crisp and even, to quote a song, that detail is. That's just amazing. That's going to take real careful painting. And again, it's just a bit of a crying shame that I'm just not convinced you're going to see much of that at the end of it. The tail planes are also fully riveted, as you can see. There's the radio bay, or the radio, sorry. Pilot's floor and observer's floor. There's the crankcase in the middle. Just stunning detail. And you can see there the very subtle fabric effect on the elevators. I can feel it just with my finger. Just beautiful. And there's that engine bulkhead. Wheel spats. Again, fully riveted. Just amazing. Lots of little detail bits on here, mainly the engine by the look of things. So let's just zoom in on the engine. Really nice cylinder detail. Again, just everything really beautifully, crisply moulded. There's this kind of fine thread there. We'll get rid of that. Here's the ammo. There's that little box. So some cockpit detail on this one, all the little levers and things. And here's your push rods. You may want to replace those with just a bit of wire. Just as, it's probably just as quick to replace that with wire than it is trying to clean all that up. But the choice is yours. I just spotted the tail wheel here. Just there. Just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And then the bombs. So you've got the bomb rack here for the little bombs. These little, I guess they're anti-personnel bombs. Slightly bigger bombs going on. And that is available in a separate set, as you can see here, with your photo etch as well. So I've got the, looks like the advanced set. So you get the photo etch as standard and the extra bombs. So what I'll probably do is go out and buy the expert set for another one, and then I can use this on that. There we go. Right, there are some accessories that I bought for this kit. First one is the canopy mask, which I think is absolutely essential. I'm wondering if we can do the inside and the outside. I really hope so. That would be amazing. I reckon that is, you know, inside and outside. Yes, it is. Look, there's the inside there being done. Look at that. Absolutely essential, I would say. The other one I bought is in here is a vac form canopy, which is going to be even finer than the kit one. I'm not going to get it out, but I bought that. I thought I'd give it a go, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you can see it's all separate, and it's probably going to be easier to layer all these up for scale effect. And I'm hoping that the canopy masks are going to fit that. I don't see why not. And the last accessory I bought is this, which is the resin engine and exhaust set. So resin exhaust and cooling gills, beautifully finely moulded. That's going to be really delicate to remove. Sorry for the glare. I should really get it out, shouldn't I? But times are marching. There we are. That is the Ki-51 Sonia in 1/72 scale. I think you'll agree. The main takeaway of that is the riveting and surface detail. Absolutely, absolutely phenomenal. There we are. Right, let's put back over to the chair and we'll have a bit of a wash up.
Okay, there we go. I think you'll agree that for 1/72 scale, this thing is just awesome, packed full of detail. It's not going to be a quick project by any stretch, but it's definitely going to get built on the channel, and I'm really looking forward to getting started. It's just when am I going to slot it in? I really can't wait though. They're Hinamarus, the decals, they're Decograph from Ukraine. They will be awesome. I may well, though, just spray the Hinamarus because it's just a circle, isn't it? And it's quite easy, and I've got a circle cutter, so I might just do that. But other than that, I think the aftermarket bits that I've got, the Clearprop moulded and photo etch bits, as well as the resin, is going to really lift the detail. I'm a bit nervous about vac canopies, but you know, we'll see how that goes. If it doesn't quite work, I'll just use the kit ones, not a problem. There we go. Right, so that is the 72nd scale Ki-51 Sonia from Clearprop. Absolutely stunning. There we go. Right, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, bye-bye.